Right, guys, we are back for the second half, and the players are on the pitch. The game has begun, and right now, Manchester United are leading this match. I don't know how. It's a matter of Manchester City not able to finishing. That Haaland miss in the first half, right at the end of the first half, was the one. I think nobody would have thought that Erling Haaland would miss such a chance. And everybody's talking about that chance. I've just seen a stat which is really amazing, and the stat says basically that Manchester City have made more than 350 passes, whereas Manchester United have just made 100 passes. So, in terms of possession, 70% Manchester City, 30% Manchester United. In terms of shots, 18 shots for Manchester City, 2 shots for Manchester United, and that tells you still that basically United just had one chance and they were able to finish it. You could say one of those goals, and then that Haaland miss. I mean, they were showing the replays, and we couldn't understand that what had happened over there. But eventually, I think it's a case of where United could have done better, but Onana was beaten. Onana was beaten, and Manchester City should have scored that goal. So right now, City have got the ball, and they are keeping the ball. United with the same lineup. You have to give credit today to Rafael Varane, to Onana, as well as Johnny Evans. You have to give credit to Kobe Mainu. You have to give credit to Casemiro. You have to give credit to Bruno Fernandes and Rashford as well for dropping in deep, trying to help out their teammates, trying to defend. Uh, for Manchester City, I would say that it was De Bruyne as well as Bernardo Silva who were making things click. After those two, I would say Doku on the left flank, Phil Foden on the right flank. Those four players have been really exceptional. Now, in terms of Kyle Walker and Rodri, every single time you get 10 out of 10 performances. Today, they are on the similar kind of chart, but the difference is where it comes to finishing, today Manchester City are not on the case. Although this can change as we are looking at the game right now. This might change and things might be different. So let's see eventually what will happen. Guys, please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. Please do press the like button as well. We are right now running a poll. Who are you supporting? Is it Manchester United? Is it Manchester City? Please do let us know. We are running a poll right now, and it will be really interesting for us to find out who you are supporting. Once again, Nathan Ake passing that ball into Doku on the left hand side. He has got the ball, trying to beat Garnacho, giving it back to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake giving it back to Doku. Doku right now on the ball, trying to find some space. Garnacho putting that foot in, wins the ball. McTominay into Garnacho. Garnacho on the right wing, holding the ball. And once again comes into a Casemiro, pushing that ball forward into McTominay. McTominay making that run in, putting that ball across, trying to find Rashford, cleared away by Manchester City. Now they're on the break. They've got the ball. Bernardo Silva to De Bruyne in the center. De Bruyne pushing that ball onto the right flank to Phil Foden. Phil Foden coming in. Brilliant defending by Johnny Evans. Deflection recovered by Doku, giving it to Bernardo Silva right at the edge of the box on the left hand side of the pitch, putting that ball in towards Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake right now on the ball, once again looking for some space, giving it to Kyle Walker. Walker once again giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, who's really good when it comes to putting those crosses in, once again opts for a simple pass into Rodri. Rodri to Haaland, Doku, Onana. What a save that is, guys. Once again, Onana making a brilliant save for United. And you can see that he is in his right good hot form at the moment. You can see what happened was Rodri makes a pass to Haaland, who lays it for Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva gives it to Doku. Doku swings his right foot in. Onana puts his hand to it. And what a save that was. Once again, Onana making a world class save. Right now, it is Rodri on the ball, trying to come inside, looking for some space, giving it to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake right now giving it to Rodri. There is huge pressure on United defense right now. Phil Foden comes inside, goes for a cross, and it was too much for Bernardo Silva, and the ball goes into the ground. It will be a goal kick for Manchester City. Guys, please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. Please do drop a like as well and keep on giving your votes in the poll. We are trying to find out who are you supporting. Is it Manchester City? Is it Manchester United? We do really want your opinion, and the only way to do is by giving your votes in and letting us know who do you support. And please, guys, do subscribe to Football Gupshup. It's a humble and kind request. Please do subscribe. Right now, ball comes in, and it is Stones. Stones passing the ball forward. Onana gets to the ball right now. Has got the ball in his hand, giving it to Johnny Evans. I think Eric Ten Hag might have tried to change some things in the halftime in terms of, because United, they are good when they're on the break, but when you see their build-up play, it's not that consistent enough. You don't tend to see them that they will be able to pull an attacking pattern successfully. So I think Eric Ten Hag might have put some tweaks in. So far, McTominay has done brilliantly when it comes to defensively, but when it comes to offensive, he hasn't been that good. I saw one event where apparently it was one-on-one between Walker and McTominay. McTominay could have easily taken that ball away, but Kyle Walker won that duel so easily, and that is where it gets disappointing for McTominay. Once again, Rashford trying to get away, and the ball goes out. It will be a Manchester City's throw-in. John Stones once again passing that ball into Rodri. Rodri once again looking for some space, gives it to Haaland. Haaland trying to find some space over there, unable to get to the ball. Bruno Fernandes, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes. Brilliant from those two over there, keeping the ball, holding the ball, passing the ball between themselves. And once again, back to Rafael Varane, giving it to Lindelof. Lindelof once again, back to Onana. Onana on the ball right now, playing that ball in towards Casemiro. Casemiro taking that ball away from Bernardo Silva. Casemiro right now giving it to Bruno. Bruno giving that ball back to Delo. 52 minutes in, Manchester City nil, Manchester United 1. So let's see what will happen, guys. Keep on giving your votes in. It'll be really nice and really appreciative if you guys can please keep on giving your votes. And 53 minutes in, Manchester United into Lindelof. Lindelof right now. Kobe Mainu giving it to Lindelof. Giving it to Delo. Garnacho giving it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes right now giving it to Delo. Garnacho. Now United have got some kind of confidence where they're just keeping the ball and they are trying to put their stamp in terms of authority. I think the game plan has switched where they were completely defensive, sitting back, not trying to go forward, only on the break, only when they got some sort of space. But this time you can see United are trying to pass the ball, keep the ball, try to keep hold of the possession. Brilliant from United once more. And you can see the likes of Rafael Varane playing a little bit forward over there into Garnacho on the right wing, coming inside, passing it back to Delo. Delo looking for Garnacho. Once again, brilliant ball into us with Foden. Lindelof running alongside him, making that distance. Phil Foden has got on Stones. Cross comes in, played away by United. McTominay giving it to Delo, pushing it forward to Garnacho. Garnacho into Casemiro. Casemiro goes long in towards Rashford on the left hand side. Brilliant control by Rashford, being fouled by City, but the ref has given nothing over there, and the throw-in given to Manchester City. Rashford and Bruno are trying to contest the ref's decision over there. You can see Rashford takes that ball away from Kyle Walker, but Kyle Walker does bring Rashford down in the replay, but the ref said no. So the game has resumed. It is John Stones on the ball. John Stones trying to push that ball forward into De Bruyne on the right flank. Rashford closing in, giving it to Phil Foden. De Bruyne once again in towards Diaz. Diaz playing way too forward, giving it to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake, Kyle Walker playing almost as a defensive midfielder. Has got the ball, gives it to Phil Foden. Phil Foden trying to break that line. Finds Doku on the left flank. Now United need to be careful. Garnacho and Delo comes into Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake with the cross in, and Haaland tries to get under that cross but unable to get it. Rashford making that clearance, trying to find Johnny Evans, and right now quick throw in taken by City. Rashford wins that ball back, Casemiro, brilliant, brilliant once more. Now McTominay has got a chance. He's on the break. Has got Rashford on the left. Brilliant pass by McTominay. And now Kyle Walker brings down Rashford. And the ref says no once more. And he thinks that it was a very, very soft touch. That's what the ref thinks. But the United players are trying to contest it. And the ref has said advantage to Manchester City. Right now it is Stones once more on the ball, giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne giving it to Rodri. I think Rashford did went down easily over there. He should have stayed strong. Once again, Phil Foden, once again with a shot, and he scored! What a goal that is! If the Rashford goal was sensational, then this is sensational as well. It is Phil Foden scoring the goal and equalizing for Manchester City, guys. What a goal that is! And you can see Manchester City fans are celebrating because that is one good goal. Manchester City won, Manchester United won. Rodri finding Phil Foden, who beats Lindelof, 2 steps in, takes a shot with his left, nothing that Onana could have done. Top left corner, and Manchester City have gotten the breakthrough. So Manchester City won, Manchester United won, guys. It is a goal. I mean, that is a goal. Uh, Looking at the replay, they're showing that Rashford incident. Kyle Walker just puts his hand onto Rashford and Rashford goes down. And Rashford wasn't happy and Bruno wasn't happy. And the ref says he got a call from the VAR and the VAR said that it wasn't. And now Erik Ten Hag gets a yellow card because he was trying to contest that foul over there. So he's got the yellow card, and Phil Foden scoring that goal in the 56th minute of the game. So Manchester City got on the score sheet. Now let's see what can United do from here onwards. Can they stop Manchester City? Because looking at the league table, that is where things do get interesting. And I will get onto the league table in a second. Manchester City won, Manchester United won as well. Now looking at the league table, what it means is Manchester City will have about. Now the flare has been thrown onto the pitch where Onana is currently goalkeeping, and there is a flare on the pitch. The game has been stopped. The game has been stopped because the players are on the pitch. So looking at the league table, what it means is 59 points for Manchester City, and I think that might come up to 60. So that means 3 point difference from Liverpool, whereas 2 points different from Arsenal. But remember, Arsenal do have a game in hand. So for Manchester City, it's a must-win game. It's a must-win game for Manchester City. So for United, it's a must-win game as well because remember they are trying to hunt that top 4 position. Alvarez is about to come on for Pep Guardiola, so Pep Guardiola is about to change things. You can see Erik Ten Hag once again. 21 attempts by Manchester City and 2 attempts from Manchester United. That tells you the difference between the two teams. That is what it is. Guys, so far 65 votes in. Manchester United 49%, Manchester City 51%. Please do keep on giving your votes in. Right now, things are turning out to be quite interesting. I think Manchester Derby is going to be one for the ages because remember, both teams are going to go for it. Phil Foden once again on the ball, guys. Please do subscribe. Kyle Walker into Rodri, into Stones, blocked by Johnny Evans. Nathan Ake trying to beat his man, and the ball goes out. 60 minutes on the clock. 1 hour has gone by. It is 1-1 between the two Manchester sides, and half an hour remaining. Hopefully, we'll get some more goals. Now there is a tip going on between the two set of Manchester fans, and right now the free kick is about to come in. United trying to defend it. Haaland, who missed a Very good chance in the first half. Must be relieved after that goal from Phil Foden. So De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. Cross comes in. Onana punches it out. Another corner kick for Manchester City. Phil Foden about to take this corner kick. There is something happening between Nathan Ake and Onana, and the ref comes in and stops the fight in between those two. And right now, cross comes in and clearance by Johnny Evans. Oh, sorry, it was the low. But anyway, it will be a throw in for Manchester City. So right now, Manchester United are trying to defend it once more. Ball comes in to Diaz. Diaz right now on the ball and giving it to Phil Foden on the right wing, playing the ball into towards Stones. Intercepted by McTominay. Bruno Fernandes trying to find Rashford. But Manchester City on the ball. Alvarez in towards Bernardo Silva. Coming in towards Rodri. Rodri once again on the ball. Has got De Bruyne on the far right. It is Kyle Walker playing the ball into Rodri. Rodri to Alvarez. Garnacho dropping deep once more, trying to help out his teammates. Ball comes in, cleared away by Rashford. Manchester City win the ball back. De Bruyne playing that ball in. Onana jumps up and collects it. 62 minutes in, Manchester City won. Manchester United won. You can see Pep Guardiola really wanting to win this Manchester derby. He knows it's a tough game. He knows that Manchester United are themselves in hunt for that top four. So United will not let them have this game easily. Uh, the ratio has dropped in for Manchester City from 60% to 45%. But I still think there's a very good chance that Manchester City might be able to win this game. Uh, United will have to really pull off something special in order to get the result in their favor. Uh, what it means is that United need to find that second goal. They need to find that goal again. They need to find a little bit more composure on the ball. Otherwise, I can definitely see Manchester City winning this with great ease. Phil Foden right now on the ball on the right wing, trying to come inside, giving it to Kyle Walker. Walker right now into John Stones. Stones once again passing it to Kyle Walker. Walker playing that ball in towards Phil Foden. Phil Foden right now playing that ball in towards chance. Rodri, Haaland. Johnny Evans clears it. It went way over Erling Haaland. Otherwise, Haaland could have scored that in. De Bruyne once again playing the ball out onto the right wing goes Phil Foden. Foden comes inside. De Bruyne. De Bruyne right now passing the ball back to Diaz. Diaz right now giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne playing that ball in, and Onana comes out and collects it. 64 minutes in, Manchester City won, Manchester United won. Now Onana is down on the ground. He's raising his hand. It seems to me that he's in pain. Is he okay? Something wrong with his leg, and that is a worrying sign for United fans because Onana is down on the ground, holding his leg. He has signaled someone on the bench, and something wrong with his thigh. He's asking medics to come onto the pitch. So we might see a stoppage in game, and the medic is right now with Onana. A worrying sign for Manchester United fans. He has been in really good form today. He really made Manchester United uh, sound at the back, and you can see that Eric Ten Hag was not happy with that Rashford's foul by Kyle Walker, and he went blazingly furious on the fourth official. now the medics are exchanging those messages just to see if Onana is fit. So, I mean, it might be a very sign if Onana doesn't play for the whole game because I think he has been best player for United. I mean, he's the difference between United relevance in terms of competing with Manchester City because if not for those three world saves, United would have conceded at least three good goals. So it's very essential for United to have Onana in the goal. Once again, Rashford on the left flank trying to get away. Kyle Walker right next to him. Rashford is waiting for the window. Gets to Bruno. Bruno lays it for Garnacho, but intercepted by Manchester City. Once again, United have got the ball. Casemiro giving it to Dalot. McTominay coming into that position. Dalot once again holding the ball. Into Rafael Varane. Varane trying to find McTominay, but opts to give it back to Onana. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in. Walaikum salam. Let's see what will happen. Johnny Evans with the ball. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah. Once again, let's have a look at votes. 81 votes in, guys. That's simply amazing. That's really good. I mean, I can't thank enough for those of you who have voted in. 54% in for Manchester United, 46% for Manchester City. A big thanks to Manchester City and Manchester United fans for putting your votes in the poll. And hopefully, by the end of this game, we'll be able to get at least 500 votes. And it's a huge game for both of the teams. Remember, Manchester City are in the hunt for the Premier League title race, whereas Manchester United for the top four. So right now, Kyle Walker giving it to Phil Foden. On the right, you can see Lindelof closing that gap in. Back to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker on the ball. Giving it back to Diaz. Diaz right now on the ball. Giving it to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake right now pushing that ball forward. Once again, ball is back with Edison, giving it to Diaz. Diaz right now pushing that ball forward. He has got that ball. Let's see what can he do. Trying to find some space. Finding Erling Haaland. Haaland dropping in deep. Beats his man, but goes down. Now that is going to be given as a foul, and a yellow card. A yellow card might come out. Now this is something that I don't understand. I mean, it's a very soft call because Erling Haaland was looking for that sort of foul over there, and it looks like pretty soft because Rafael Varane was physically challenging him. It is true that he didn't get anywhere near the ball, but when you compare it to the Rashford incident, it's a pretty soft call by the ref. Now, United are about to make some changes, and you can see that Johnny Evans is going to be substituted. And Kambala is coming on for Evans. It is Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne on the ball. And let's see what's going to happen 70 minutes in. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 1. Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a shot, deflected off the ball, and Manchester United could breathe over there because it was in a very good zone, right at the edge of the box. centrally located. De Bruyne often tends to score from those kind of areas, but once again deflected, and now United need to defend it once more. Diaz giving it to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake right now on the ball, giving it to Bernardo Silva into Stones. Nathan Ake, Walker from the distance, and Onana saves it. Quite ambitious, similar sort of distance where I think a little bit closer to Onana in comparison to Rashford goal. So 71 minutes in, Manchester City will be looking much more desperate as the time reduces towards the 90 minutes, because remember, they need to get a win. They need to get a win, because if they don't get a win today, that means there will be at least 3 point difference between them and Liverpool. We will have a quick look at the fixtures for all those top three teams, which is Liverpool, Manchester City, and Arsenal, in terms of that who will have the easiest of fixtures when it comes to winning the Premier League, and we will discuss that at the end of the match. We will also discuss Manchester United run as well in terms of the remaining fixtures. We will discuss if either they will be able to make it to the top four, and what it would mean for Eric Ten Hag as well as some of the Manchester United players. Right now, Ruben Diaz pushing that ball forward onto the left hand side. Kambala making sure that he wins that ball. Bernardo Silva right next to him. Kambala showing his strength over there, and once again ball being pushed into the clear, but Manchester City have recovered it. 72 minutes in, it is still Manchester City with the ball. Walker trying to play that ball in. Bruno Fernandes intercepting it. Bruno Fernandes into Rashford. It is Dalot right now into McTominay. McTominay once again on the ball. And passing that ball in towards Kumbala, giving it to Rafael Varane. Varane right now giving it to Onana. Onana once again giving it to Lindelof. Lindelof once again trying to go forward in towards Dalot. And surprisingly, Dalot is playing on the left hand side now. Eric Ten Hag is about to make a change, and he will bring on Anthony, which is a good sign, because he needs some fresh legs. 71% possession for Manchester City, 29% possession for Manchester United, 24 attempts for Manchester City, 2 attempts for Manchester United. 24 attempts for Manchester City. And once again, Phil Foden trying to beat Dalot, who's playing almost as a left back right now, and Lindelof has moved into the centre back position. He's playing alongside Rafael Varane. Kambala is playing as a right back. Ball comes into De Bruyne, gives it to Alvarez. Alvarez into Bernardo Silva, intercepted by McTominay, making very important block. So you can see that United are playing with like 3 defensive midfielders, because McTominay, as often he goes and tries to put that press in, he often comes back and helps out Kobe Mino and Casemiro. That is why Manchester City haven't been able to find their finishing that good, because United have congested that area. Tactically, they are really sound. And once again, long ball by Onana trying to find Bruno. Edison comes out of his position. Today, Garnacho has been pretty poor. I mean, if any United player that has been disappointing today, for me, it has been Garnacho. And now he is taking Rashford off and bringing on Anthony. So this might be something. And you can see Southgate was watching alongside. So Rashford scoring that goal. So Rashford will be substituted over there, guys. Anthony will be coming on for Rashford. Let's see what will happen. 87 votes in. Manchester United with 54%, and Manchester City with 46. Right now, Diaz once again on the ball. Let's see what can they do. Giving it to Rodri giving to Stones. Stones right now on the ball, giving it to Rodri. Rodri once again putting that ball into Kyle Walker, but intercepted by Delo. Into Garnacho. Garnacho once again on the ball, giving it to Casemiro. Casemiro giving it back to Rafael Varane, giving it to Onana. Onana right now giving it to Delo. Delo once again on the ball. Let's see what can he do, trying to go forward. Bring that ball in towards Bruno. And he has got Anthony. Right now, Anthony stayed onside, but unable to win that ball back from Rodri. But now the ref has raised the flag for an offside. So offside has been given. Maybe the VAR intercepted between the ears. De Bruyne once again on the ball, giving it back to Nathan Ake. Rodri, Haaland giving it to Stones. Stones playing that ball into Phil Foden. On the right flank, Phil Foden coming close towards the box, passing it back to Kyle Walker. Walker once again playing that ball in towards Diaz. Diaz right now on the ball, still on the ball, giving it to Rodri. Rodri once again passing that ball out to De Bruyne. De Bruyne once again goes in, still on the ball, giving it back to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake with the cross in. Lindelof, Nathan Ake, Casemiro, Anthony, McTominay. Anthony right now running with the ball, and he goes down on the ground. It is Nathan Ake's ball, giving it back to Phil Foden. Nathan Ake right now giving it to Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden is looking for a foul because apparently he was trying to find that space, running in between that space, and he was clamped by one of the United players. But the ref says play on. Now a United player has been fouled. It is Scott McTominay. 77 minutes in. 77 minutes in. Manchester City won. Manchester United won. And let's see what can happen going forward. Guys, please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. We are really trying our best to grow this channel on YouTube platform, and it will be really nice and really appreciative if you guys can please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. We are really trying our best to grow this channel on YouTube platform, so please do subscribe. And right now, once again, it is Manchester City, Erling Haaland giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne right now. Stones once again trying to go forward, bring that ball into Rodri. Rodri trying to beat Casemiro in that space. It is still Manchester United. Casemiro trying to push that ball forward. Bruno Fernandes still on the ball right now, trying to beat someone in space, giving it to Kobe Mainu. Plays that ball into Garnacho, and Garnacho has been fouled by Edison. And United are looking for a penalty. It's a penalty. Is it a penalty? Yes. Is it a penalty? Or was it a goal kick? The ref is getting a call from VAR. Now, Garnacho was onside. And Edison, did he get the ball or did he get Garnacho? Oh, Edison did get the ball. It looks like Edison did get the ball. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it looks like Edison did get the ball. And the VAR over there will... Yes, Edison did get the ball. It's not going to be a penalty. It will be a goal kick. So Garnacho was looking to take that ball away from Edison. And right now, 79 minutes in, Manchester City won, Manchester United won. Bruno Fernandes and McTominay are the ones who are kind of operating in that false nine standard. McTominay and Bruno Fernandes pressing quite high. Anthony playing on the right, Garnacho playing on the left, Kobe Maino, Casemiro in the middle. Whereas for Manchester City, it is Rodri alongside Alvarez. Alvarez today is playing a very different game. He is basically operating where normally De Bruyne tends to play. And I think Alvarez's role today is being more of that Pep Guardiola is trying to increase the personnel in that zone. Because what tends to happen is the likes of Bernardo Silva and Rodri haven't been able to get on top of United, because United have three in the middle with Casemiro, McTominay, and Kobe Mainu. So what Pep Guardiola has done right now is he has apparently taken Doku off. He has put De Bruyne on the left, and then what has he done is putting Alvarez, and Phil Foden has scored. Manchester City have scored a goal, and Phil Foden has scored the second goal of the game. And Manchester City are going to win this game with great ease. Manchester United have conceded a goal. He beats Onana, keeps his shot low, and Manchester City have taken the lead. You can see Erling Haaland quite relieved over there because his miss was going to be one of those discussions if Manchester City wouldn't have been able to win this game. So there you go, guys. It is Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. A goal has been coming for City. It was all about when. I mean, brilliant by Phil Foden for the shot selection. Onana was beaten over there. It was quite low. So a goal has been scored in the 81st minute of the game. And it is Manchester City scoring their second goal after so many chances. And I think they could be relieved. Onana did have his hand on the ball. They showing from the reverse angle. His fingers did got on the ball, but he wasn't able to make that clean save. And Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. Pep Guardiola celebrating over there, and Amrabat is on for Manchester United, Forsen as well. So Eric Ten Hag putting on two changes, Kobe Mino taking off, and Garnacho as well. Right now, Manchester City have got the ball. Rodri trying to put that ball forward. Will Foden into Alvarez. Alvarez once again into De Bruyne. De Bruyne giving it to Nathan Ake. Diaz. Rodri, Nathan Ake. De Bruyne once more. Right now, Bernardo Silva giving it to Diaz. Diaz right now trying to put that ball forward. Rodri giving it to Kyle Walker. De Bruyne once again on the ball, giving it to Phil Foden on the left. Phil Foden trying to come in, giving it to Nathan Ake. Finds Alvarez, gives it to Phil Foden, cross. Haaland, cleared by Lindelof. Stones, Bernardo Silva, Delo staying close to him. Minutes in. So Manchester City have gone on to 62 points. 1 point difference between them and Liverpool. Arsenal, they will have to win their game in order to gain some more points. And Walker to Stones. Stones right now playing that ball into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva giving it to Diaz. Diaz right now giving it to Walker. Walker back to Edison. Edison right now trying to push that ball forward. Manchester United will be on 44 points. And once again, it will be an offside. United will be in sixth position with 44 points. Southgate watching that game. I think he'll be happy with Phil Foden's performance today. Right now, ball comes in. It was De Bruyne giving it to Phil Foden, giving it to De Bruyne. forward, still on the ball, passing it in towards Phil Foden. Let's see what can he do, giving it back to Nathan Ake, giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne back to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake right now on the ball, giving it to Stones. Stones right now giving it to Kyle Walker. Walker into Stones, giving it to Diaz. Diaz running with the ball forward, giving it to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva on the right flank. Once again playing that ball into Diaz. Diaz right now on the ball, giving it to Bernardo Silva. 5 minutes remaining before we hit the 90th minute mark. And Bernardo Silva once again giving it to Diaz. Diaz right now giving it to Bernardo Silva. United are defending in deep, not trying to have a go at the ball. United know if they concede another goal, it will be game over. So United don't want to concede rather than try to get a goal back. And you can see that they're not pressing as they have normally done in the game. The likes of McTominay and Bruno are the only ones who are pressing high up on the pitch. Other than that, you can see all of the United players sitting back, not trying to commit themselves, not trying to overcommit themselves. Going forward, it is Edison giving it to Stones. Stones right now giving it to Walker. Walker once again on the ball, passing it back to Diaz. Diaz right now giving it to Stones. Stones right now trying to go forward, playing that ball in towards De Bruyne on the left. Now he's got plenty of options in the center. Goes for a cross, blocked by Rafael Varane, and the ball goes out for another corner kick. 87 minutes in. So Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. 14 corners for City today, and only 2 corner kicks for United. I mean, United don't even go for a set piece. They don't even try to get a corner kick, just to see if they can have a chance. Once again, ball comes in. Onana makes save, but he was pressured in from the Manchester City players. He's looking for a foul and thinks he was fouled over there. It was Nathan Ake who was kind of putting some extra pressure on Onana, but another corner kick given to City, this time from the left hand side. Bernardo Silva with the kick. Haaland comes for it, can't get to it. Delo unable to clear it. De Bruyne wins once more. Delo and De Bruyne in contest over there once again. Ball comes in from Alvarez, crossing towards Bernardo Silva on the right, right at the edge of the box. Lays it for Stones, brilliant from Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva with a cross in. De Bruyne and Rafael Varane keeps the ball out. Anthony, Casemiro, once again, ball to Anthony, who's got the ball. Will he make that run on the wing? He is. He is going for the kill. He is running with the ball, dribbling brilliantly and trying to win that throw in, and he does. It will be a throw in for City, it seems. Once again, ball back to Edison. Edison trying to find Kyle Walker. High press coming in from United. The minutes are running down, almost to a single minute of the game. It is Rafael Varane giving it to Delo. Delo right now giving it to Forsen. Delo, Casemiro to Forsen. Forsen to Delo. We are in the last minute of the game. 1 minute remaining. Bruno Fernandes. Forsen. Bruno Forsen. Bernardo Silva winning the ball. Right now has got Haaland. Brilliant from Bernardo Silva keeping the ball. Just try to kill some seconds. Wouldn't want to lose a possession over there in terms of. Once again, it is Manchester City with the ball. Bernardo Silva right now on the right flank once again. Ball comes into Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker into Rodri. Comes in towards Phil Foden. Rodri once again goes down. And Manchester City win a free kick for Foden was the one who made that foul. Let's see how much stoppage time are we going to get now. 8 minutes of stoppage time. 8 minutes stoppage time, guys. 8 minutes stoppage time. And I'm sure Eric Ten Hag would want to get the most out of this 8 minutes. I mean, right now, De Bruyne has got the ball. Kambala not strong enough to stop him. De Bruyne with a shot. Oh my God, that would have been something. That would have been something. If De Bruyne would have scored that goal, Onana was flying quite high, but eventually it did go wide. But if it would have gone in, that would have been some goal. Once again, Amrabat loses the ball. Haaland has got a chance, and he beats Onana. And that's it. That's it. Amrabat gives away the ball, and Haaland has redeemed himself from that miss. Manchester City have just conceded. Manchester United have just conceded a very ridiculous goal. That's it, guys. I think that's it. I mean, Amrabat. I mean, unbelievable. There you go, guys. Haaland scoring the third goal of the game in the 92nd minute. And I think it's game over. So Manchester City will get a win. We'll have a quick look at the fixtures for Liverpool, Manchester City, and Arsenal, just to see what run-ins they're going to have. Liverpool will play against Manchester City on 10th of March. Uh, that is going to be, I think that is going to be the title decider. For me, I think that game is going to be important for Liverpool as well as for Manchester City as well. City were about to score their fourth goal of the game. Right now they've got the ball. They're not sitting back. Then I think Manchester United will be hosting Liverpool. Uh, so Liverpool have two tough games, one against Manchester City at home and then away to United. No, sorry, that is the FA Cup. So we're looking for the Premier League fixtures. Yes, they will have Brighton, then they will have Sheffield United, and then they will have Manchester United going on for Crystal Palace. So Liverpool will have a tough run. Looking at Manchester City, they will have Liverpool, they will have Newcastle United, then they will have Arsenal, Aston Villa, Luton, and then Tottenham. So Manchester City are in for a tougher run. So I think I'm going to put Manchester City on the first position in comparative to Liverpool. And let's have a quick look at Arsenal. Arsenal will have Sheffield United, Brentford, Chelsea, Manchester City, Luton, Brighton, Aston Villa, Wolves. So I would say number one would be Manchester City, who will have tough run-ins in terms of the fixtures. Then on second I'll put Arsenal, and on third I'll put Liverpool. So I think Liverpool are looking very likely to win the Premier League far, looking at the next 6 or 7 fixtures, and that tells you everything. So right now, 95 minutes in, we are about just 3 minutes away before the match finishes. And Phil Foden is down on the ground. He's holding his right leg. So Manchester City are about to make a change, and Phil Foden will be coming off. Scoring 2 goals today for Manchester City. Phil Foden, I think he'll be man of the match. '97 minutes in, Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. Once again, Diaz pushing the ball back to the goalkeeper. Edison right down to Diaz. Diaz right now pushing that ball forward to Kyle Walker, giving it to Diaz. Diaz once again to the goalkeeper, Edison. Edison goes long. It is Lindelof on the ball. Manchester City once again have got the possession. You can see United fans leaving the stadium. Uh, United fans losing quite convincingly over there. Casemiro to McTominay, Amrabat, Walker, Bruno Fernandes giving it to Varane, Lindelof, Amrabat giving it to Dalot, Casemiro, Dalot once again trying to go forward. Dalot into Garnacho, and nobody could get to the end of it, but a free kick has been given. This might be the last action of the game, a free kick to United. And once again, guys, big thanks to those who have voted in. We'll be closing down this poll now. And 54% in favor of United, whereas 46% in favor of City. And that's it, guys. It's all over. It's all over. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. It's all over, guys. Full time it is Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. So once again, guys, we'll have a quick discussion about United right now. Uh, just give me a second. The thing is, for United, the case is looking at the fixtures now. They are currently in sixth position with 44 points. They're just 2 points ahead of West Ham United. They are 4 points ahead of Newcastle United. Whereas, in comparison to their opponents who are Tottenham and Aston Villa, for the top four, it's Aston Villa who are about 6 and 5, almost 11 points ahead. Tottenham who are 6 points ahead of them. In terms of coefficient ranking, England are not going to get 5 places in the Champions League. That means Manchester United and Tottenham will miss out, looking currently at the league table. Now, for United to gain 11 points from this moment onwards is going to be a very, very tough situation because Aston Villa are not going to let their guard down. They will try to win as many games they can. Looking at games played, Aston Villa have played 27 games, United have played 27 games, and Tottenham have played 26 games. Now, let's say if Tottenham would have played their remaining game, they would have been, and let's assume that they would have won that game, they would have been on 53 points. Then we would assume that United are at least 9 points behind them and 11 points behind Aston Villa. To gain 9 points from this situation and to gain 11 points from this situation is a very, very tough call. Looking at the fixtures list, we can discuss that which games United can win, which games Tottenham can win, which games Aston Villa can win. And we could predict to a point where we would say, you know what, Aston Villa would require at least a minimum of 4 defeats, whereas Tottenham would require a minimum of 3 defeats. Now I'm looking at the table, and Aston Villa have lost so far 6 times this season. And if you compare it to 6 losses out of 27, that gives you around a percent. I'm just going to calculate over here and we'll see how much losses have they registered in terms of percentage. So 6 that is 22%. So that means Aston Villa have got 22% loss this season, and I think the max you could ask is they really need to be in a very, very bad form. They really need to be in a very, very bad form in order for this 22% to go up to around further where they could not be in the race for the top 4. Now we're going to calculate the Tottenham loss over here. Tottenham have lost around similar number of Aston Villa, which is 6 defeats out of 26 games, and they get a percentage of 23%, not much different to Aston Villa. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the Manchester United loss, which is 11 out of 27, which is coming around to 40%, 41%, 40.7. So I'm rounding up towards 41%. For Aston Villa to get their loss percentage from 22 up to 41% is going to be huge. I don't think so. The max I can see for them is even if they bottle it, it might come close to 36, 37%, maybe 35%, 35 to 36%. Manchester United will lose more games. So for me, I don't think so Manchester United can make it to top 4 after this result. And we can compare the fixtures, we can predict, but looking at this important fact where we are taking out the percentages, I don't think so United can make it into the top 4. Now, what does it mean for the future of Erik ten Hag? What I think is that Ineos will have the game plan in their head, which is the first thing that they want to get director of football, which is Dan Ashworth. Once they get him in, they will look at the technical footballing side, that who do they want to get the person who will recruit, who will work under Dan Ashworth. Dan Ashworth is going to be the one who will be compiling of the list. He'll be working with Berada, he'll be working with the new technical football director. Those 3 men are then going to decide that do they want to stick with Erik ten Hag, and talk which is happening in the media is that they might not, they might go for someone else. And then there is an argument from a section of fans who think that it will be a big mistake. There are many United channels and as well as community who tend to think that best thing to do would be is that we do know that the players that we have seen playing for Manchester United aren't good enough. I mean, forget competing with Liverpool, competing with Arsenal, competing with Manchester City. Manchester United can't even compete with the likes of Tottenham, Aston Villa, and Newcastle United. So United need to draw up a game plan where they can't lead themselves in a decision where it becomes much more damaging for the club. They shouldn't rush into the decision. They should take some time. They should have a look at the club thoroughly and then make a sound decision that where do they need to go on from here. As for me, I would say that Eric Ten Hag should be given some time. There should be a detailed discussion that why hasn't it worked for him with United? What is the thing that is not being effective? And United should go from there onwards. Those three men who are going to come into the club should listen to Eric Ten Hag, because Eric Ten Hag will have something which those three don't have, which is the current problems of United. And if they get rid of Eric Ten Hag and they bring in a new man, it's not going to sort things out, because the players who are playing for Eric Ten Hag are going to be the same players. I mean, majority of them, 80 to 90% of them, are going to be in the club. Even if you want to make a flash sale, you want to get rid of half of the squad, you're still going to keep 50% of those players. And you can bring in the new players, you can give them a season, and we'll be back to the same route where we were a year back. So United need to listen to Eric Ten Hag. Those three key men who are going to come and join the club, they need to listen to Eric Ten Hag. Otherwise, Manchester United, I don't think so, will make it. You can link United with so many names. Nagelsmann, you can link them with De Zerbi, you can link them with Potter, you can link them with Tuchel, you can link with Inzaghi, you can link with all those fancy names, you know. But the key is what is not happening right for United. And the best man to do is Eric Ten Hag, because he's right in the crux of it. And he's the person who can tell you every single thing which is not working in for United favor. And then you can build up from there onwards. So that is what it should be done. So let's see if United will do that. Anyway, guys, once again, I would like to give a big thanks for those of you who have tuned in. And hopefully we'll see